you ain't signed on the dotted line. Can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jags and the Commanders on
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. This one complete.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the back and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching her, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he need a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Wentz first play going right to the air. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
On 4th down, they'll try and run. But still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And this will be... ...of 9 to the 46. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Wentz going to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. We're good. To throw, it's Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep... You'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the 1st quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of a reality check. Despite the struggles, though, he still took on a major leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the field, particularly in a defiant Week 18 win over Indianapolis that knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taken from just outside the 30.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet, and the single gold stripe running from front to back.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football
as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Wentz. Thomas brings it in.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Play action. Now Wentz. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. Completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is a modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Lawrence.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Washington.
Logan Thomas. The season openers are able to extend their lead.
Charles, that...
Play. It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away, and it...
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Ready, break.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And that is incomplete here.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And to throw again is Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. Wentz. That's good. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So
it looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now Lawrence to throw.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Complete to Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Again, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Patterson's kick is good.
And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Steps away to his left.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he will find his man Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now out come the Jags. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. They find some open field here. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second and 4. Here's Lawrence. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Third and 2, now Lawrence. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Wentz is throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now a play fake. Wentz on the move to his left.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Commanders have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hoping for, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll find Jones again. Complete.
Personal foul. Safety. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down, Lawrence on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Lawrence going to throw again. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 31 yards. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because...
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, look what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out the full.
Tell me what I gotta do.
The players on your team earn quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
Like with the roof. The chain don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, look what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out of full.
Convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, Goff targets and finds Reynolds once more. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have... Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Again, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
That's good for the Lions.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. To throw is Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. From the red zone now, Goff. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed. Now this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing again is Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone. But it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Seibert able to knock this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out there and muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Wentz to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up. It's through and extends their first quarter lead to 13. Some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. He completes this to Cole Turner, finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. For the Lions, touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. A run here for J.D. McKissick. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing on third, Goff. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And he finds McLaurin. Throwing on first is Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's in.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger.